Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So today I come to you with a little bit of bad news. I am getting rid of the Harley-Davidson Street Bob. So this is officially my last ride on this Harley-Davidson Street Bob. There's a couple 2021 models that are very interesting to me, and I want to wait until those come out so I can check them out, give them a test ride. I definitely will miss riding this Harley though. I mean, for the most part it's been pretty good, except for the heat issues that I'm having, burning my leg on this exhaust. What I'm really looking for in a commuter bike is something that's water cooled to help kind of fight the heat out here in Arizona, and something that has a little bit of storage, cruise control, something that I can take on a longer trip if I want to. I was actually debating going with an electric bike after I tried the Harley Livewire. They didn't have any in stock, so I wasn't able to check any of those out recently. And here is the car that I'm trading in. I'm trading in a 2016 Volkswagen e-Golf. So I have an electric car right now, trading it for another electric car. So this car and my Harley together will allow me to get a new electric car.
All right, guys, I'm sitting here editing this video right now, and I realized that I never shot an outro for this. Basically, I picked up the car after I traded in the bike, and everything worked out pretty good. I've been using the car for a couple months now, and I'm really happy with my purchase. I do miss my bike. I do plan on replacing that with another one. I'm not sure exactly what kind of bike I'm going to get just yet. Definitely in the market for one, and I will be taking you guys along with me on those test rides. I do have one test ride that I did. I will come back here and give you my thoughts and impressions on that bike after this video here.
Today I am out here at Go AZ Motorcycles out in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I am doing a demo ride on a Zero FXS. First impressions, this bike is actually taller than I anticipated. Now, I did look at the specs online and I knew what the seat height was, but when you look at the pictures of this bike, it looks like a toy. But when you get on it, actually, it's really nice for tall people. And I'm 6 feet tall, so I do appreciate the more upright bikes. So right now, this is the first time I've ever been on this one, and I'm doing a quick ride around this lot here just to kind of get acclimated to this thing before taking it out on the street. The only real comparison that I have for electric bikes is I did ride a Zero, I think it was a DSR model a few years ago. It's been a long time. I can't even remember which model exactly it was, but the other electric bike that I tried more recently was the Harley-Davidson Livewire, and just first impressions on that bike were, it's just amazing. It's just a shame that it costs so much money. Those things are around $30,000. Definitely out of my price range. So here's the situation I'm in. I recently sold my 2020 Harley-Davidson Street Bob. Well, actually, I traded it in. I also traded in my electric vehicle. I had a 2016 Volkswagen e-Golf. It didn't get really great mileage on there, and I almost got stranded a couple times. I think on a full charge, I'd be lucky if I got 70 miles of range on that thing. So I definitely needed something with a little more range, and traded both vehicles in and got a 2020 Chevy Bolt, which is a full electric vehicle. I'm definitely into the whole electric vehicle market. It's one of the reasons I am on the Zero FXS today. To be honest with you, I'm not really considering a lot of bikes for my next bike. I've had about 5 bikes now in the last couple years, and I kind of know what I like now. And the thing is, I'm mainly looking for something that's easy maintenance, you know, commuter bike. Something like this that I can just plug in at night and it's ready to go in the morning. And, you know, I think tires and brakes are pretty much the only thing you have to really maintain on this. Maybe some brake fluid, you know. So the other bike that I'm considering is one of the new Honda models. Now, the 2021 Hondas haven't all been released yet. Right now, as I'm recording this, it is the end of January 2021. They've released a couple of the models out, but the one that I'm really interested in, I think it's the NC750X. I definitely want to hold out for that one. If I don't end up picking up this Zero FXS, I'm most likely going to go with the Honda. It's probably been about 2 months right now since I traded in my Harley, so this is the first time I've been on a bike since the day I dropped that one off and drove away with the car. And I was really missing riding. Just coming out on this demo today is so much fun. I wasn't really expecting a lot out of it. I've been wanting to try one of these bikes for a while, and one of the motorcycle dealers that was closer to me just got these in recently. They just became a Zero dealer probably about a month ago. They have another branch that's out in Peoria, Arizona, I think it is, and they've had them for a while, but it was a little bit further out for me to get to, like 50-60 miles. It's kind of out of the way, so I was kind of waiting for the bikes to come in at this location over here so I could try them out. But yeah, so far, first impressions on this, you know, it's really nice. You have zero protection from the wind. I mean, there is no kind of you know, fairing or windscreen or anything on this thing, but it's a nice ride. It's nice and smooth. Now, the electric motor makes a lot more noise than the Harley Livewire. That one sounds really cool. It's probably hard for you to hear. It's worse at lower speeds, like when I was in the parking lot. It doesn't sound too bad at higher speeds. So I apologize if I make a lot of comparisons to the Harley-Davidson Livewire, but that one's really the only electric bike that I have to compare this one against from personal experience. Obviously, this one's going to have a lot less features on there. You know, there's some riding modes on here right now, and I'm currently in sport mode, and it doesn't really feel too like out of control, you know. Now, the Harley-Davidson Livewire, the sport mode on that one scared me, so I rode that one in eco mode the whole time. And I tried sport mode out briefly, but I was really afraid because it's such an expensive bike, and I was on a demo. I didn't want to do anything to harm the bike. So I was really, really careful on that one. The ergonomics on this thing, really good. Again, if you're new to the channel, I've got some back issues that I've talked about in previous videos. I'll struggle with it if it's slightly off and uncomfortable for me. I just won't be able to stay on it for a long time. That's the reason why I got rid of a couple of my bikes after just riding them for a few hundred miles or under 1,000 miles. So I'm very sensitive to that kind of stuff, and so far so good. This one feels good. Now, the FXS is more of a supermoto. you know, I'm really not interested or, you know, searching for something that I'm going to be doing wheelies on or going off-road with, but, you know, it's nice to know that I can, if I wanted to, you know, do some light off-road stuff, but it's really not the main reason for this. Oops, let's see. Let me try eco mode. I want to see. Now, this doesn't have traction control as far as I know or anything like that. It's got the different ride modes. So eco mode, I think it's a slower throttle response here. And truthfully, I would probably use that most of the time rather than sport mode, especially if I'm riding in, you know, rainy weather or anything like that. Yeah, guys, I really like this bike. You know, it is a couple $1,000s more than that Honda that I was also considering. But again, I think this might be better for me for the Arizona summer riding because, you know, you're not going to have a hot engine that's going to be burning your leg and stuff. That was a main issue that I had with my Harley Street Bob. I really like that bike, like ergonomics and looks, you know, and I did, you know, quite a bit of work on there. I wasn't finished with it. I mean, I didn't do any exhaust or anything with it, but I actually burned my right leg on that thing, and it wasn't pressing against, you know, the exhaust pipe or anything. It was just the heat radiating from the engine. It was really bad. I don't know if all the Street Bobs are like that or just the one I had, but it was really uncomfortable, and it prevented me from riding on multiple occasions just because it was so uncomfortable. I'm probably going to be doing some more demo rides, and that's if I don't decide to just pick up this bike before that Honda one comes out. I've got to think about it really seriously now. Like, if I pick this bike up now and didn't wait for the Honda, would I be disappointed? I don't know. The best thing to do is probably wait for the Honda to come out and then test ride them side by side. Let me try to pick out some negatives on this bike. First and foremost, it's got a really stiff suspension on here, and the stiffest suspension on any bike that I've ever been on. And I realize that that's kind of the style of this bike. It doesn't seem to be as comfortable as I was hoping it would be. That suspension is just really super stiff. Well, I gotta drop this bike off now, so it's interesting.
Final thoughts and impressions on the Zero FXS. I had a lot of fun on that bike. It's just not for me. The suspension was just really a little bit too stiff for my personal taste. It was really nice. I recommend, if you're interested, you know, definitely trying one out. It may work better for you, but the search is on. So I will be checking out other bikes. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you will enjoy the journey going forward for me searching for a new bike. But if you like this video, click that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.